The Pentagon is confident that Friday's strikes in Syria crippled Bashar al-Assad's chemical weapons program for years. U.S.-led missiles targeted chemical weapons facilities used for research and development. The first strike was in the Syrian capital, Damascus. The second and third strikes targeted a storage facility in Homs and a bunker a few miles away. President Trump touted the success of the strikes on Twitter Saturday morning. He thanked allies Britain and France for their help and said, quote, "Mission accomplished." U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations, Nikki Haley, echoed the sentiment Sunday on Face the Nation.
This was not muscle flexing. We set their chemical weapons program back years. So from that standpoint, when we look at threats to our American national interests, we definitely did exactly what we wanted to do.
Let's bring in Matthew Griffin in Seattle. He's a West Point graduate and former Ranger platoon commander. So, Matthew, we just heard Ambassador Haley say that Friday's attack took out the Assad regime's weapons programs for years. Syria still has the capability to carry out future chemical attacks. Do we have a sense of how effective these strikes were?
These strikes were extremely effective at destroying the real estate in which the chemical weapons were made. But there was a significant amount of time in between the announcement of launch and the actual strikes. So all those materials and tools and equipment could have been moved, and it's going to be a few months until we determine whether or not the strikes were completely and totally effective at taking out their chemical weapons capabilities.
Well, the president tweeted this morning the words "mission accomplished." He said he was talking about this specific strike, but give us a sense of what all this means to the troops on the ground.
Well, the troops on the ground, they're definitely fighting ISIL. They're in the eastern part of the country, and they've been in that fight for a few years. Anytime that we do a coordinated strike, it definitely causes a concern whether or not we're going to move further west. But I think right now, the initial intent of the strike was to take out the real estate associated with chemical weapons manufacturing, and the intent to remove troops from eastern Syria, fighting ISIL as soon as that fight done. I still believe that's on. I still think that's going to happen for United States service members.
Well, you served in Afghanistan. America has had a presence there for over 16 years now. Are there lessons to be learned from that conflict and the war in Iraq as we look at how to approach Syria?
I definitely think that we need to be looking at an international community-led approach. There are many players in the area: Lebanon, Jordan, Israel, Saudi, Qatar, Oman, Bahrain, who are all interested in making sure that area is secure, chemical weapons free, and obeying all of the international laws regarding warfare if there is going to be any warfare. So I think there needs to be a local-led initiative there instead of the U.S. trying to lead it for halfway around the world. I think that could be the #1 lesson we could learn in making a withdrawal from Syria.
All right, Matthew Griffin, thank you so much, Matthew, for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.